Welcome to this class where we are going to talk about a little bit of the spring. Today is the first day of spring, the spring equinox, and it means that the days and the nights are exactly the same length. So 12 hours, 12 hours, it means. And so we need to celebrate that with a nice yoga class. So let's lie down on your back in the supine butterfly, where you have your feet together. Now you can also, of course, if this doesn't feel comfortable, just put the feet away a little bit. Also, you can support your knees with blocks, which I have here. So you can do this, and that's much more comfortable for the starting warming up hips. And relax here to start with. Take a few deep breaths here. So now when you exhale, use your mouth to exhale. Inhale and exhale through the mouth. Fully until you feel there is still air. You still exhale, exhale, exhale. Push out everything. Then inhale again. And carry on. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep spring from coming. Spring is coming. So our question for today's class is, what do I want to see flourish and grow? The element of spring is wood. The emotion is anger. And the yin organ is liver. And the yang organ is gallbladder. We will talk about that later. So wood people can be creative and confident. If the wood person is in balance, they seek growth, expansion, and leadership, while displaying a certain flexibility, like bamboo. Their nature tends to be assertive and outgoing. These kind-hearted, generous trees have a positive outlook on life. So again, just repeat the question to yourself. What do I want to see flourish and grow? And just breathe in this pose, letting go. We are just awakening the gentle energy within the innermost channels of the legs. And that's also the channel of the liver. let's have a few more breaths here. When out of balance, the wood element person may become irritable, frustrated, and experience anger. Imagine feeling stuck and held down, or to have your life plans thwarted continuously when you want to change and grow. For any plant to grow well, the wealth of the soil is most important. And like soil, the health of our minds is dependent on what we feed it. So slowly, gonna be thinking about coming back. So from here, just bring your knees back together and hug your knees. And just swing side to side. Stretch out. Stretching out the whole body. Yeah, that feels good. Stretching a bit more. Then we're gonna continue with the eye of the needle. So the right foot on the left knee. You can bend your knee like this or stretch. Okay. Hold your left knee behind the knee. Right arm just between the legs and hold here. Again, we are stimulating the other, now not the inner, but the outer part of your hips and legs. To set clear goals, to find our purpose, or to progress on our spiritual path, it is essential that we overlay the more persistent weeds of confusion, doubt, frustration, or irritability with seeds of clarity, focus, and perseverance. Just staying here, stimulating the outer line of the legs. As we carefully tend the garden of our mind, the flowers of clarity, inspiration, and creativity will bloom. Last 5 breaths here. Last one. And then release. And come back to Shavasana. And just relax here for a moment. Few more breaths before we do the other side. And then slowly we start to prepare for the other side, left foot on the right knee, and do the other side. So if it's difficult to hold, you can use a belt, actually. Also use your left hand between the legs, and then you are more comfortable to hold. And you can bend your knees, yes, just bend. These are questions for the wood person. When faced with an obstacle, do you look clearly at all options and gain perspective first? Can you make plans and decisions to further your purpose and goals in life? Are you able to balance your mood and energy? Walking meditations, especially in the trees, strengthen the wood aspect of our being. Practices to help you yield and adapt and to let go of stress and stagnation will benefit feelings of being stuck. This element responds well to time off and meditation. Few more breaths here. Last 3. And then come back, feet out, knees together, and relax here in this position. Maybe put your hands on your belly and feel the rising and falling. And from here, we're going to come onto all fours. Slowly. Because our next pose will be that we hold, will be the sleeping swan. But first, we just go and stretch in the downward facing dog. So stretch out, breathe. But do it very gently. Also, today we're gonna start the sleeping swan on the left side. So drop your knees and then bring the left knee to the front. Right leg back. Feel the pose and then start to come down. And we stay here. The element of spring is wood. The power of wood is upright, stable, persistent, and filled with potential. The seed of the tree encapsulates the DNA of our potential and the sprouting of our desires. As the wood of winter has lain in dormancy, suddenly there is an urgency in the warmth of nature that arises. Like a seed trying to break through its shell, or an emergent flower to bloom. The desire to be born and move into the light is palpable. We are still in this sleeping swan. Last 3 breaths. And to come out, come down on your front all the way and stretch out. So legs and arms stretched. And then slowly come up to Sphinx, just for a moment between poses, between the sides. And then we go back to down dog. A few breaths between the 2 poses, 2 sides. Few breaths here. Stretch out. And then the right knee to the front into the sleeping swan. Coming down. And experience the other side now. From the very underground yin to the young terra firma, nature is calling for creation and activity after having rested her energy during winter. Wood swells and rises and presents to us growth, change, goals, productivity, and youthfulness. Last 3 breaths here. And then as we come up, we sit up and swing this left leg around. Right, I'll show you. Like this. So we're gonna come into half butterfly. And as we sometimes do, we will use again the block or a cushion, whatever you have, and put it just outside the leg as we are coming down into the sideways bend. So the lateral half butterfly, like, and just trying to relax here. If you feel this is not relaxing for your knee, for example, you can put a cushion under. And then just relax here. Again. Spring is a time to bring into life our vision and set goals. This pose is mainly targeting the gallbladder, which is a young organ. As you feel you are going a little bit further down, just relax into the pose. Feeling that right side opening. Last 3 breaths here. Slowly coming back. And then just sit in your sunbathing position. Relaxing. Few breaths. Okay, so we're gonna go to the other side. Right leg out, left bend. Block is by the right leg. And when you are ready, just slowly start to bend. You will feel very different to this side, and that's okay. Slowly letting go here. Breathe nicely and gently. With the seed trying to break through the earth's surface, there can be feelings of being stuck. These growing pains of spring remind us that with growth, like a fish swimming against the current, there are always difficult aspects we need to overcome when trying to move towards a brighter version of ourselves. Last 5 breaths here. Last one. and very slowly coming back. And again, just take up your sunbathing position. So for our next one, you might need a bolster because we are going to do our dragonfly or straddle. I always like to just have a bolster or a lot of cushions in front, and then we can just relax down. Yeah. So it's important that you feel a little bit challenged. So you feel that stretch, but it's not totally uncomfortable because we will hold it for a long time. So we are going to be there at least 5 minutes. So make sure you have enough. So when you are ready, just come forward. So in Chinese medicine, the organs associated with spring are the liver and gallbladder. The liver stores the blood and softens our chi, so we don't become too tense or restless. When these organs are working harmoniously, we become more like bamboo, rooted and yielding, but very strong. Two more minutes here. One more minute. And last inhalation, last exhalation, slowly, slowly coming back. And nicely closing your legs, windscreen wipers. Very slowly. And then just shake out. And we're gonna take the bolster again under our legs. And this time we are going the same direction, but with the legs closed. And this time is stretching out our lower back, so coming forward down in the caterpillar pose. The liver is the general of the army and the official of strategic planning, as it stores the blood and guides the chi through the body. Within the energy of the liver lies our vision for our lives and the directions we must take. The liver relates to the emotion of anger, frustration, and resentment. But these emotions, if channeled wisely, also clear us out and can be directed into creativity. One more minute here. Just try to feel that stretch in the lower back. And let it happen. And when We breathe out again. Next inhale, slowly start to come back. And again, just back to sunbathing. So our next pose will be the bananas to both sides. So lying down, stretch your arms and legs, and then take your elbows, move the legs and upper body to the left. This time we start on the left, starting to stretch out the right side again. So we have already stretched out quite well. Now we continue to stretch the side and breathe. The gallbladder is a small pear-shaped organ that sits just below your liver and stores bile that is produced by the liver. The ability to feel supported when making your decisions is stored in the energy of the gallbladder official. It helps us decide intelligently between our options and gives us the courage to make choices and decisions that are best for us. Indecisiveness and being easily discouraged are signs of a weak gallbladder. While the liver is seen as the general, the gallbladder is her right-hand helper in all the critical decisions, from the smooth flow of blood to the ability to digest both our food and emotions. So 1 more minute in the banana. And then very slowly coming back to center, hugging your knees, rock from side to side. And then to the other side. Legs go to the right, upper body right. And stay here. Last minute here. And our last inhalation and last exhalation here. Bring your legs back, hug your knees. And little move out of your legs, little bicycle here, opposite way. And then back into our Shavasana. And we are getting ready for our last pose, which is the final Shavasana. So either you are putting your legs up on the sofa, stool, or just support your knees, whichever you find comfortable. Do that. And just a few affirmations for tonight's class. After doing a few Ujjayi breaths, so start to contract your glottis and sound like waves on the ocean, but only with the exhalation. This will induce relaxation. Listen to the sound along the inhale and the exhale. Let the Ujjayi be released and let the breath flow without controlling it. Steady, natural breathing. Self-respect arises from self-discipline. I use my energy wisely. I am responsible, caring, and loving of myself and others. And slowly, slowly, we start to come back. So breathe again. Gently. Start to stretch the body. Then slowly hug your knees. Come down to one side. And come and sit up. Close your eyes, hands to the heart center. And again, ask yourself the question, what do I want to see flourish and grow? And seal it with a namaste to yourself. Namaste. Thank you for coming.